What's poppin', people? It's Dante, currently walking down Market Street here in Philadelphia. And yeah, I'm just practicing some street photography and thinking about the key element to improvement when it comes to this thing, and that is consistency. I think there's a combination, or there's an intersection between consistency, obsession, and discipline. And I think by remaining disciplined, by going out there each and every day without excuses, you're setting yourself up for success. And while I am obsessed with photography, and I quite literally come out here involuntarily, I don't really have to think about it or really remain quote unquote disciplined, I still remain consistent with my daily practice. I still make the effort, no matter the circumstances, to bring my camera with me. And I think this is the beauty of having a compact digital camera like the Ricoh. It's because if it's a portability, right, where it can fit in your pocket. It's the simplest and easiest tool for the job. And I think when it comes to consistency, yeah, perhaps we need something that will allow us to go out there freely without much constraint or restrictions. And I think quite literally having a camera dangling on your neck will inevitably lead to stagnation. Yeah, there's really something about that that I've realized over the years. And yeah, by using a camera on a wrist strap, you become connected to the camera, obviously, but it is more of this almost metaphysical connection where you become connected to the camera through your mind and your body. And what happens when you're connected to the focal length that you're using is you don't think at all when you're shooting, and you enter this flow state where you're simply pressing the shutter, responding intuitively, and you don't really have to do too much pre-composing or planning, and you can simply throw the camera around and know where you're gonna have your subjects line up in the frame. And I think this just comes down to practice. And honestly, the moral of the story is the more that you walk, the more that you see, and the more that you see, the more that you will photograph. And ultimately, as a photographer, isn't this the goal, to press the damn shutter more? And so by walking and exploring and remaining open without preconceived notions, it's inevitable that you'll find something that strikes your fancy. It's inevitable that you'll photograph something. And I actually think if you're not photographing, if you're looking at the world around you and thinking to yourself that there's nothing interesting going on, well, maybe it's time for you to change your perspective about how you view the world, right? I think if you view the world as a canvas, this opens up an infinite possibility for you to create endlessly. And I think when you limit yourself to a theme, when you limit yourself to a project, when you limit yourself to one way of doing things, you're inevitably going to see yourself shooting less, right? If you're looking for certain subjects, or you're looking for a certain gesture or moment, you know, these things I think inevitably lead to stagnation. And you could call it laziness, because I'm not interested in cultivating or curating a project or theme. But in my personal opinion, it's quite the opposite, where I'm being more productive, I'm being more productive, I think is maybe the word, right? Because I'm actually producing more photographs through opening myself up to photographing more things than less. And yeah, I think that's the goal, right? And through increasing your curiosity each day, yeah, it'll inevitably lead you to pressing the shutter more. And so, yeah, moral of the story is just be consistent, show up each day. There really is no excuses. There's enough hours in the day for anybody, I think. I think that's the biggest thing. It's like, just wake up earlier, you know, just go when you're walking from somewhere, just have the camera on you. It's like, if you're not practicing street photography each day, well, it's on you, and it's inevitable that you will not see the results you are looking for. So yeah, there's really no excuses with this thing. It's the same thing as working out. It's the same thing as lifting. The person who does it more is going to see better results. Similar to photography, he who walks the most shall win. Chinatown time.